Hey, welcome. Today we're going to throw open the doors to nature's medicine cabinet. For thousands of years, people have used herbs and spices to stay healthy, but let's be honest, in our modern world, it can feel, well, totally overwhelming, right? So today we're going to cut through all that noise and give you a really clear modern way to understand these amazing ancient remedies. All right, let's jump right in. This quote really sets the stage perfectly. See, we're not just talking about some trendy supplements you find at the store. We're tapping into a tradition of wellness that goes back, well, millennia. The whole idea is that these healing leaves, as some ancient texts call them, have always been there, part of a much bigger picture of health. Okay, so here's the thing that gets so many of us stuck. You hear about turmeric, and then someone mentions ashwagandha, and then milk thistle, and pretty soon, your head is spinning. But here's the secret. It's not about memorizing a million different plant names. It's about a total shift in how you think. It's about going from what an herb is to what that herb actually does. We're going to sort them by health goal, which, by the way, is exactly how a functional health expert thinks about it. Okay, so let's kick things off with a huge one, inflammation. Now, inflammation itself isn't bad. It's a natural thing, but when it goes haywire and gets out of control, that's when we see it linked to all sorts of health issues. And this is an area where these ancient remedies are frankly rock stars. So who are the big players on the team? Okay, check this out. What I love about these three is how they kind of work as a team. You've got turmeric, which is like the all-star powerhouse for fighting general inflammation, amazing for things like arthritis. Then there's boswellia, another incredible anti-inflammatory, but it's especially good for joint health and calming down inflammation in the gut. And rounding out the team is ginger, which doesn't just fight inflammation, it's also a total superstar for digestion and knocking out nausea. And if we want to geek out for just a second, the real magic inside turmeric is a compound called curcumin. That's the active ingredient, the powerhouse compound that's doing all the heavy lifting with its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. So when we hear people raving about turmeric, what they're really talking about is curcumin. And this is such a perfect example of ancient wisdom getting a huge thumbs up from modern science. All right, let's keep building on this. Our next big goal, mastering stress. I mean, life comes at us fast, and it is so easy for our bodies to get stuck in that fight or flight mode. Ancient cultures didn't have to deal with email notifications pinging 24/7, but they absolutely have their own stressors, and they had a really sophisticated way of building resilience to all of it. Now, to really get how these herbs work, you've got to understand this one key term, adaptogen. It's a game-changing concept. Think about it. A stimulant just jacks you up, and a sedative just knocks you out. An adaptogen is different. It helps your body adapt. It's like a thermostat for your system, helping to bring everything back into balance, back to that sweet spot of homeostasis. So the whole game is about picking the right tool for the job, Ashwagandha is just incredible for building up your stress resilience and helping you sleep. It's perfect for that awful, tired but wired feeling. Then you've got rhodiola. Think of rhodiola as your secret weapon against mental fatigue and burnout when you just need to get your focus back. And finally, holy basil. You might also hear it called tulsi. It's fantastic for helping to balance out your cortisol levels and just take the edge off your anxiety. All right, for our last deep dive, we're talking about something that is so central to our health, digestion. I mean, you hear it everywhere now, but it's true. Ancient wisdom and modern science completely agree on this. A happy gut is the foundation for everything. If your digestion's off, it can throw everything else out of whack, from your mood to your immune system. So what's in nature's toolbox for our gut? And hey, look who's back, our old friend ginger, which we already know is a champion for beating nausea and bloating. Next up is cumin. Yep, the same stuff in your spice rack. It's amazing for digestive support and, bonus, it's a great source of iron. And finally, aloe vera. We usually think of it for sunburns, right? But taken internally, its main job is to soothe the lining of the gut. It's just perfect for when things are feeling irritated in there.
Okay, so we've looked at inflammation, we've tackled stress, we've gone into digestion, we've covered a lot of ground. But the real point here isn't just to throw a bunch of herbs at you. It's to hand you a totally new way of thinking, a personal toolkit you can use to navigate this whole world of natural wellness.
So let's tie this all together with the big takeaway. If you remember one thing, make it this. First off, think in patterns, not just in plants. What's the underlying issue? Is it inflammation? Is it stress? Second, you match the remedy to your goal. So instead of just asking, should I take ashwagandha, you ask, what's the best tool for my burnout right now?
And finally, just start with what you know. You don't need to become an expert overnight. These 3 categories, inflammation, stress, and digestion, are a fantastic place to start.
So I want to leave you with this one question. We've talked about some incredible herbs from all over the world, but many of these powerful remedies, I'm talking about turmeric, ginger, cumin, they might already be sitting right there in your spice rack. So next time your joints are feeling a little creaky, maybe you think, turmeric. Feeling totally fried and mentally foggy? Maybe rhodiola's the move. It's all about connecting how you feel with the right tool for the job. What if looking at these ancient tools in a new light is the key to unlocking your next level of wellness? Definitely something to think about.